Okay, Verity, to start this episode, you should do it ASMR.
People were asking in the comments.
Do it.
Welcome back to this episode of Lifting the Lid. The podcast where we pull back the curtain on the influencer space. And welcome to my co-hosts, Seran and Lucy. Hello. Hi.
That was so fun and also like could have sent me to sleep.
I definitely give myself the ick when I'm doing that.
Your nail tapping was great. Like, I feel like your nails
We
are a
should,
perfect shape and length.
Bring a brush, like they have like a makeup brushes and then they. Do you guys watch?
I feel like you're on a different algorim to me.
Yeah,
I love watching ASMR videos.
I'm not on ASMR TikTok.
No, neither.
Just me then. Okay.
Awkward. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that anyway. How are you both?
I'm good.
Good, yeah, I haven't seen you in ages.
What?
Guys, that's being sarcastic.
Oh. I'm really sad, guys, that it's the final episode. I feel I am more sad than Sarah.
It's because I can't share my emotions.
I've actually got a surprise for you both.
What?
What is it?
Because we had such a good reaction last week, producer Sophia and I have been talking, and we've decided to run until Christmas.
Woo! Party popper, a celebration.
And then we're going to have a big fat break.
Lovely.
Yeah, thank God.
I'm glad that the next half is going to be into winter because like I've run out of summer clothes. Like when I'm now in winter mode.
Yes, let's
We've got
get
more
these
clothes.
jumpers on. To be honest, guys, I was thinking this morning that I may come with my joggers on.
I know. I would be up for like doing a bit more
Because
joggers.
I'm sick and tired of being in normal clothes.
Yeah, I would be up for a jogger moment. Not gonna
Maybe
lie.
we should do one particular episode that's like really cozy vibes. Like we all have a cup of tea, like we're in our cozy, comfy, slick Rick hair.
like basically how we actually work most of the time.
And
speak
work.
for yourself. I come to work looking very presentable.
I really don't.
Very demure.
Demure girly. Demure diva. That's you.
Oh,
That's
God,
your
yeah.
award.
That was your reward. Well, you do come to work like that at our new office.
Oh my God, yeah, we've not spoken about this.
Spoken about
That's
it.
crazy.
So, what was the episode we were talking about? How we just been like kicked
Mercury
out.
in
of loads of-
retrograde.
Mercury
Oh,
was
yeah.
in retrograde, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And we had been but just been told the week before we were supposed to move into our new office that we couldn't anymore.
And we were so homeless.
but we were manifesting.
You were.
And those manifestations came true. And it kind of really like it felt, when I say things like fate, I feel a bit weird, but I do think it was like fate.
It was new office, new month, new quarter. Like it all just aligned.
It really did.
And
The
it was
stars aligned.
And it made so much more sense than the last office. For context for listeners, it is still a shared office space. My friend's dad owns a production company. We were having conversations and he very kindly picked us over another potential tenant in the office space.
Because we're so
And
lovely.
It is so much more like aesthetic than this sounds a bit mean to the other office, but it's
Hopefully they're not
we were
listening.
slightly concerned about the orange wall. No
no
orange
orange-
wall
no
to
orange
be
wall.
seen. It is a white wall. It is plants.
There's a lot of plants, a lot of greenery.
Lot of greenery. And we've brought the
Oxygen.
pink. We've brought the pink. It's quite funny. Like when you look on all of the other team, all of their desks, it's very like black monitors, like
PC.
normal PC black things. Not ugly, but just quite office.
Yeah.
Well, just standard.
Standard office vibes. And ours is like pink laptop stands. We've all got pink laptop covers. We've got matching Stanley dupes.
Yeah.
We've got little pink crates to put some paraphernalia
Okay,
in.
no,
and
I'm
it's
not going to
delightful.
lie. I was a little bit concerned about this because we turn up.
Literally the first day.
Like, obviously, this is like a production company. Like, they are, very professional. They're kind of, they're not like a social media business.
No.
They're giving professional
yeah.
TV people. And I sort of like rock up on the first day because I come in early because I bought these baby pink laptop stands and like white mouse and like stuff for everyone. So I come in and I want to like set it all up. And as I'm whipping out my like the baby pink laptop stands, I was thinking, oh, they're probably going to think
We're weird.
a bit weird. And then you guys arrive and you're like, well, firstly, a bit embarrassing, but I was like, oh my God, like it'll be so cute, baby pink laptop stands. And Lucy arrives and she's like, yeah, this doesn't go.
No, but that
Charming.
makes me sound really ungrateful. But Let me give the context. Right. So Verity has a silver laptop. When I got my TBH laptop, I requested a silver one, but a black one was delivered.
Space grey.
Space grey, sorry. Space grey. Not being ungrateful, thrilled to have
I did order a
MacBook.
space grey though.
No, you ordered a silver.
Space grey is the black.
Space grey is the black.
Sorry, yeah.
But they sent the wrong one. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we now all have space grey laptops and Verity has a silver one. The keyboard and mouse are like white silver vibes. Then the stand is like rose gold. And then my laptop is black. Like that was just giving.
It's a lot.
It was a lot. And I wasn't enjoying it. But we realized the issue was not actually the laptop stand. It was the lack of additional pink in the space.
Small pink.
So Verity, no.
What's your ever a problem solver?
Always. Your
my
name is Seran.
Seran.
Seran, Sophie and I.
As the head of culture, and I'm going to claim this as my idea because it was. I was
we
like,
went to that shop.
I was like, guys, we need to go to Soft Stream Green because it's around the corner. And I was like, and also to be fair, the idea initially came around when I was sipping out of my water bottle and went, I wish this was a Stanley. And then I was like, Stanleys. I was like, we can get Verity to buy us all Stanleys for the office. And then I went over to Sophie and Lucy and they were like, yes, absolutely, we can do this. And then we went to the Stream Green and we went to Tiger and we found Stanley Dupes.
And we took photos of everything and brought it back to Verity.
And then she said, absolutely, let's go.
But let's like take it back because you guys, there was a lot of excitement on this first day in the office.
we were
I
a
would
bit
say.
giddy.
So
Yeah.
we turned up with our pink laptop stands and a lot of loud talking and a lot of aggressive talking about like how we wanted more pink things and how we needed like extra pink things. These two then tell me that they cannot do any further work because they are just so overwhelmed by the whole situation.
I
think
I'm not
overstimulated
working.
was the
I
word
said
they
I'm
used.
overstimulated. There's too
Yeah.
many new things to think about and look at and I need a Stanley.
I think
So-
I actually said the word. I was like, I can't do any more work.
You
today.
said I'm done here for today.
So
And
they,
she was like, okay.
so they go bundling out the office
Into the pouring rain.
Yes.
and then come back with all of this pink paraphernalia into this person's office that we've been in for like 2 hours or something.
No, it was like 4 p.m. Come on.
So I'm just there thinking, in my head, I'm literally like, I messaged you on the group chat, like, stop it. They're going to think we're so
Verity
weird.
literally messaging, I think they hate us. Stop
Guys,
it.
we're paying for the space. Like, they can't be pissed. Like, do you know what I mean? I just think, like,
And I don't
we're
think-
not being disrespectful.
Our
We're
pink-
showing it love. We're showing the space love.
Yeah. And our pink cups are not going to offend them. They actually are really like interested by the pink cups. Like they're really confused why we all have large pink matching cups, but they're great.
But
I think it'll
it's
catch
just-
on.
It's just made, it could do. It's just made me so acutely aware of like some of the things we say. Like, I think
We're so weird.
it's just being in a shared space. Obviously, you have to be conscious, and we're sort of like giving it a bit of like, you know, it's our like it's like our Imber Tiger. Oh my god, it's my Imber Tiger era.
Tiger era.
It sent me over the edge. No,
very
I don't know.
Tiger
We
era.
just talk about being in eras a lot and like we just do talk about weird things, but that's just our job. Like, I don't know, but you said something about you had got a brief through and you were like, I've got a brief for a car brand and they're looking for someone who's like sultry and
mischievous and
luxury.
And we're giving it right. This person, yeah, they're definitely luxury. Oh, but they're a bit mischievous, and they must be listening to us, thinking, "What are these girls?"
But it's very
Talking about-
like, as much as this icks me out to say it, but it's very like stereotypical of what you see on TikTok of like a Gen Z company. I feel.
Yeah.
Oh God,
And we
yeah.
inherently have that energy. And as much as that is icky to say, I feel.
No, but that's why I'm so acutely aware of it, because I feel like we're playing out our own like TV show or something like that. Where
yeah,
like,
we are.
Oh God.
But sorry, you're the one getting the vlogging camera out.
yeah,
Like, come on.
I know.
In
When
the
I
middle of
did
the
that, I
office.
was like, that is a step too far.
Well, today you can vlog to your heart's content. I doubt anyone's in on Friday.
Exactly, they're not. So
Wonderful.
we
Oh my
can just.
God, Verity's going to be at it all day. Hello, guys. Oh, more like this. Wait, more like this. Hello, guys. Because that's how Verity holds the vlog. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the vlog. Spreading her impetigo through the camera.
Everyone can catch it.
Hashtag contagious.
Hashtag Imber Tiger era.
When you said said on so many of the talent chats, I'm in my impetigo era. I was like, that is just too far. Like, you've taken the eras too far.
But you have to just accept that is the era you're in.
Absolutely. Taylor Swift has accepted all her different eras. This is not, you're not any different, Verity.
Look, it is what it is.
Exactly. Impetigo, an album by Verity Park.
But what is very interesting about the people whose office that we're in, and you've got to listen in a little bit, haven't you, to what they're doing?
Oh, it's impossible not to.
Absorb and learn, and we will learn a lot from them because
100%.
they are like, they look after like OG
They are
big
big time.
talent. They are big time. So I was wondering when I kept talking about Joanna Lumley, do you guys know who she is?
Yes.
I love Joanna
I
Lumley.
know who she is, but like I don't know.
I thought Lucy didn't know who she was because when I kept being like, oh, Joanna Lumley, you guys would be like a bit.
No, I love
Lucy
her.
was giving
From
like, a bit
Motherland.
confused.
She's in Motherland, isn't she? She plays Amanda's mum.
Oh, I don't know if she's in that.
I
know her
I
from-
know the name,
Sophia?
but I would walk
Fact
past
check.
her in the
and
street.
she's the
what is this?
I don't know.
Like, can I see
Joanna.
her, please?
And she's in Ab Fab, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's
she
really
is.
famous.
That's how I know her.
Fab. Anyway, I know the name.
So they look after talent like that, and they do like all of like her shows and stuff like that. So, we're in it's a cool environment for us to be in. It's very exciting, like just understanding a little bit more about that world because obviously that isn't our world. They produced the Phillip Schofield Cast Away series that has just aired or will have aired a few weeks back now.
I think the first episode literally aired on the day we were in the office or the day before we were in the office or something. And it's been so cool, like listening to them talking about like the ratings and the viewership and all this stuff and numbers that are craziness to us. Yeah, it's so
and like
interesting.
online versus like real time.
Yeah.
Because they said that it's actually the real-time figures or like the live figures that are taken to the most account. But we found that interesting because we were like, oh, I'd be surprised that majority of it would be, well, we just assumed the majority of it would be watch back, but that's because of the different like
I know
watching habits.
Yeah. Our generation, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched something actually live on the TV. Like,
Love Island for you probably, right?
that's probably the only thing I watch live. Like even the other night I wanted to watch Bake Off and I was watching Emily in Paris and I got distracted and I'd missed the start of it by 10 minutes and I was like, oh, I'll just watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I just think we are a streaming generation. I don't even have normal TV.
No, I watch everything like through like the BBC app.
Yeah,
Even
me
if I was
too.
going to watch something live, like when Big Brother comes back on Sunday, which I'm so excited about, I will watch that live, but I will watch it through the ITVX.
ITVX, yeah.
But guys, you need to watch Big Brother. Like this is my plea to you. I watched the last season and it was so good. I thought it was going to flop because it was on ITV, but it's really, really good.
What was it on originally? Channel
So
4?
it used to be Channel 4, then it went to Channel 5, and then it's now on ITV. It's
And
really
is it
good.
normal people or is it celebrities?
This is normal people, but they did have celebrity in the summer, like this year. I think was it this year? And it had Louis Walsh and Sharon Osbourne in. It wasn't as good. The normal people one was actually better.
I might watch it just so we can chat about it in the office.
Did you guys watch the Phillip Schofield documentary?
Not
I've
yet.
not watched
It's
it
on
yet.
my weekend watch list.
Okay,
Same,
fine.
Sunday.
Have you watched it?
I have.
Is it good?
I've watched episodes 1 and 2.
I think what's so interesting is the way they've done this show. Like, obviously, I don't know what came about first, the idea, or whether they were doing it with Phillip Schofield, but from someone who has had a lot of controversy in the media space in the world, he's being put back on television in an extremely vulnerable state on a desert island with no food, where he's looking really skinny and really like windswept and he's sleeping on a beach.
Yeah.
Is such an interesting way to do it because I think it's been done really smartly because it's more likely that people could feel sorry for him and feel a little bit empathetic towards him in that scenario.
Yeah.
Whereas if he was just sat in his big luxury mansion on a big comfy sofa, no one is going to be feeling sorry for him. And I'm not saying either way whether people should or shouldn't, like I'm not getting into that, but I just think it's really interesting the way they've done it. And like on his socials, for example, like all of his comments, if you've noticed on his posts, are all limited. Like the narrative is very much being tailored and controlled as much as it can be.
And you've got to think like, he's doing this because he wants back in. He wants
No, but this is what I found so interesting.
But he doesn't.
I was so confused. This is where
Wait,
it
he
was
doesn't?
a little bit confusing from his narrative. In episode 2, he's like, I never want to be on TV again.
You know, it's quite clear that he wants back in the industry and is thinking, because Castaway, am I right in saying that's an old format?
It is a format that exists.
Yeah.
So
I
they've
didn't know
they've
that.
taken different celebrities out there. So they did one with Ruby Wax. I think Joanna Lumley has done it.
Yeah, like I think, because I recognise the name
I
Castaway,
didn't
so
know
they've
this.
obviously, you know, really thought about like who it would be a really topical person to put on. Phillip Schofield obviously is going to draw in viewers because people are very intrigued about it, again, rightly or wrongly. And I think, I just think like if he's saying he doesn't want to be on telly, nobody forced you to take the money and be on the TV then, hun. That's my take on it. I think
I guess in his head he's trying to reclaim the narrative, isn't he?
And I just think it's such a prime example of the fact that we live in a world where people have a short memory. Like, I just truly believe that. Like, how many creators, celebrities, whoever have we seen over the years? And now I'm not saying cancel culture is a good thing at all, but how many people have we seen getting cancelled and everyone's like, right, that's it, they're done forever, they're never coming back. And then,
well, even like brands, like remember Balenciaga? They got cancelled, and then Kim Kardashian is now brand ambassador for Balenciaga. I was like, excuse me, that's not okay.
But people have short memories, and I truly believe that we live in a world where everything is so fast paced. You can be the worst of the worst one day, and whether it takes you a day, a week, a year, whatever, people will eventually forget, which is crazy.
And guys, I mean, we did have a taste of it the other day.
Gosh, it was scary.
We had one clip. How I understood it is it got a little bit taken out of context, which is obviously semi our fault because we're trying to create a little bit of contention in the clips to make them interesting, to make them spicy, etc., etc. It was on the clip where we were talking about outreach, and we were saying that if a creator asks us to pitch them to a brand they've never mentioned before, or they haven't even got a format that would fit for them, we were describing it as like our creator pet peeve.
Because it's not a good look on either side reaching out to a brand like, hey, I want to work with you, but I've never mentioned you.
Exactly.
Like, I think it was taken out of context, but it was a bit scary.
No, I would die on the hill of that because I think I will always advise a creator to at least have some links or something or some example that they can show to a brand, because otherwise you're being like, hey, can I have some money, but I actually don't care about you as a brand or even as a category.
And it's about like managing, our job at the end of the day is making sure we're managing that creator's reputation. We don't want them to look bad and come across bad towards the brand. So it is all from a good place.
It always comes from a place of us wanting the best from our creators. And I think as well, like, I think it's testament because to the relationship we have with our creators, because if there was ever an issue with that, like if the creator was like, oh, I don't understand why you're telling me this advice, like they would always ask us that question. We have such an open line of communication with all of the talent that we manage, and I just think it's interesting to like be faced with like a differing opinion when obviously we've put out this clip, and it's just like, I guess you just have to, like, we've obviously learned from that like things are going to get taken out of context sometimes, and we're not used to putting out content in the same way as I guess creators whenever they post a TikTok. Like, in theory, you know, someone's going to have a problem with it.
Yeah. Even in that situation, I got a tiny flavour of it.
Hopefully it's come across in some way in this podcast how much we love and respect our creators, because we are obsessed with them.
But I do think that really shows sort of the negative aspect of short form content, right?
Yeah.
Because also, especially if you watch a video and you don't, you know, click onto that person's profile, if you don't really understand their humour or, you know, taking things out of context is what it is.
It happens in life.
And that was what I commented back to the creators. I was like, please just go and listen to the whole podcast because then you'll understand what we're talking about. And I do think if they have done that, they'll get it. But it was just genuinely on the smallest scale. I was very adrenaline filled and upset, and I couldn't relax for a full week about it. And in my head, the whole time I was thinking, that's like the smallest scale. Like it's literally just people slightly disagreeing with what we were saying or not understanding what we were saying, it being out of context. And it has caused me that level of upset. I just think how awful those moments must be for creators who've said something.
And this is why, like, obviously there are certain situations where like being cancelled, it's so hard to say is justified because it's a very extreme thing. But people do things that are very wrong, and there should be consequences for doing and saying things that are wrong. But the amount of times creators get cancelled over such minor things and like misunderstandings and just having a different opinion to someone is so scary.
During my Gleam days, we had so many examples of even where creators would be cancelled for things that someone else in their wider friendship group had said in the back of one of their Instagram stories. So it was, in this situation, it was captured something someone else had said, which was inappropriate, very inappropriate. But obviously the creator wasn't saying it. She was talking to camera, and in the back, someone was saying something inappropriate who was her husband's friend.
Oh my God.
That is terrifying. Do you ever think, guys, sometimes if like I see a screenshot of one of our creators' accounts, or like I'm going on their account to find something and I see it says like 1 million followers, I feel scared. Like, I think if I was to be logged into that account right now, I would be scared.
I wouldn't be posting.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I that sometimes just gives me the fear. And
hard relate, because I was scared about the 2,000 views that we had.
yeah.
Well, yeah, like it freaks me out that
But
like
that's a
how
lot
many
of
people have listened to this, and I'm like, ugh, and like nobody wants to hear me talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in I find like that it's just very
It's scary.
strange.
Putting yourself out there is scary, and I think
Props to everyone who
Yeah.
does. I just
Oh
think
my
like
gosh.
could never be me. Like absolutely fair fucking play.
you're doing it right now. Well,
Yeah,
done,
but it
Seran.
doesn't count because genuinely, I was talking to James about this yesterday. I was like, to me, when I leave the podcast studio, it never goes anywhere.
You know, Seran has never watched or listened to a single episode or a single clip or a single trailer.
You're like
of this
Lisa Kudrow.
podcast.
I mean, Lisa's two peas. You know what I think it is there's two types of people in the world. Like for me, seriously, I do not want to I don't want to listen to my own voice when I'm on a walk. Like if it was just you two, I would listen to it, but I was already here.
I don't think you would.
I've had the conversation.
If it was just me and Verity on a podcast, you'd be like, I speak to you guys enough. I don't
That's
wanna
true,
listen.
yeah. But what I mean by that is like I've lived this, so why am I going back?
Oh, it's just
Look
so
to the
fun.
future, guys.
Every Wednesday, I like get my iPad out while I'm getting ready and I watch the episode.
I watch it obviously to check it.
Yeah, I mean, I did say to James, I was like, fair play, like props to Verity because she sense checks everything that I say. So thank you. Appreciate you.
But Seran, you're the funniest one, I think. No offense, Verity. I think I do think out of the three of us, Seran's the funniest.
I love that I said tight and you just like reasserted yourself.
No, because
you are wrong.
No, because I'm also saying me as well. I'm not just saying Seran's funnier than you.
No, I
She's
agree.
also funnier than me.
She's funny, but she's not as funny as me.
And Seran, I just feel sad for you that you're not getting to experience your funniness.
But I'm living it through me. Do you understand?
She lives this every day.
Every day. I'm that funny. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be me. I was joking, obviously joking. But yeah, I just think like, I feel like there surely must be people out there who wouldn't want to hear themselves back. Please.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't love it. Like especially in the first episode, I said like about 7 bajillion
No,
times.
don't talk to me about that. Do not talk
Let's
to me
archive the
about
first
that
step.
silly word.
Like.
I feel like
No, that was okay.
No, I feel I say it a lot.
Oh yeah. On the subject of controversies,
Controversies is correct. It's
That
a
one.
controversy, but plural is controversies. I
Okay,
believe.
controversies.
Just on that topic, we were trying to work out the other day what is the plural of computer mouse.
Mouses.
Mouses. I'd say
Mouses. That was so well.
Mouses.
So I was like,
Moira.
guys, I've got us all some computer mice.
That's incorrect.
I would say mouses. I'd be like mouse, singular, plural,
Mouses.
Plural of a mouse, an actual mouse is mice.
Okay, fine.
Correct.
That's sorted.
Now that's out of the way. On
Thank
the
goodness.
controversy, Molly May has obviously launched Maybe, and obviously, as you guys know, if you've listened to the podcast, we're a bit obsessed with Molly May.
No
we
way.
speak about her a lot. We're really conscious that we don't want this to come across as that we're trying to badmouth or speak ill of Molly May, because as you guys know, if you've watched this podcast, we're obsessed with her.
We love
and
her.
we do think she is the people's princess. But obviously, from a management point of view, a creator releasing a brand or a product is something that is involved in our job. And there has been a lot of talk around the Maybe launch and the fabric compositions. I don't know if you guys have seen it on TikTok.
Yes. I think what people are most frustrated by, and I do understand this, as much as I love Molly May, I do think that like you can look at a situation and see both sides. And I think the frustration comes from the fact that prior to the launch, the fabric compositions were not on the website. And then as soon as everything had sold out, then they appeared. And I think that, to me, is a very strange decision to make. Like, what was she hiding? Why didn't she have them on in the first place? I don't know. I just feel like it is a bit of a weird strategic decision. For whatever reason, she decided to make that choice. Yeah. But I'm not sure it's the right one.
I do think there is a world where it wasn't a strategic decision. Like, obviously, we don't know. Like, we are literally...
Well, it could be a mistake.
Dabbing in the dark here. Yeah, and I think... Obviously, as she said in a lot of her vlogs, this is her first time launching a brand. Yeah. And everything anyone does for the first time, we make mistakes and we learn from them. And it could have been that it was an oversight. There was lots of other things that she was thinking about. She didn't have someone maybe advising her on what was industry standard to put on a website. I don't know. That could have been the situation. And then all the conversation came out and then she was like, oh my gosh, like, I should have put this on, and then it was added. Obviously, we don't know. We don't know what the situation is.
I agree with you. I feel like there is so much to think about when you're launching a brand. And obviously, she was starting at a level above other people because she had a lot more like capital and she had probably more experts and she had a bigger team. However, if you think about it from a general entrepreneur's point of view, it's like, let's get it out there. You know, the scrappy first draft or like the whatever it is, that whole like content, that whole idea around just get it out there. And perhaps there was an element of that. And when you have so many eyes on you,
it's stressful.
It's stressful. It's a lot of pressure. And that's the blessing and the curse of being a creator like Molly May and having a captive audience sat there waiting to buy whatever you put out there. So I guess it's worked in many ways in her favor, but also if there was ever going to be a mistake, it was going to be picked up.
Yeah. And I also think as well, like, I don't know whether if the fabric composition would have been put on, whether it wouldn't have sold out in 24 minutes.
It absolutely
would have. Like, it definitely would have.
Which is why I just can't believe in my heart that it was a strategic decision. I just can't imagine her sitting there and thinking, I'm going to hide that this piece is 70% polyester because people won't buy it. They absolutely will.
The only reason I think she might have done that is because the price point is obviously extremely high. And, you know, I did see a video of somebody comparing the blazer on Pretty Little Thing and the Maybe
Was
blazer.
that Brett from Love Island?
No, it wasn't.
Do you
actually
remember Brett, who was on Love Island, who's a twin, and he posts such insightful, interesting content. If you guys don't follow him, you really should, about the fast fashion industry and all about like being more sustainable in your choices. And he posts so many good things like about really seeing the reality of where your clothes end up, what the production line is, and he uncovers so many things. And he was talking about the fabric composition. Like, I think it wasn't from a standpoint of it, the fact it was Molly May. It was about a brand having this fabric composition at this price point, and he was comparing it to the compositions of fast fashion brands at a much lower price point, and the similarities were staggering. Like, because he said essentially this might as well say 90% plastic, because that is what the composition is. I think it's very interesting.
What I think annoys me a little bit about this though is I feel like it's such a thing against creators and creator brands, but like if you look at like some designer brands.
I completely agree.
It's the exact same thing. And ultimately, like, your price point in many ways says how luxury you are. Like, COS, for example, or like Under the Stories. Now, I haven't even looked into the price points or the composition of the material, so I'm not going to pretend that I have. But I'm pretty sure that H&M
they own both of them.
Owns both of them, and the clothes are made in the same place, but actually it's just different price points and different like marketing and stuff that's slapped on all of them.
And also, we always talk about this, Verity's favourite phrase, potency in the space. Molly May can command a higher price point for this blazer because she has created it. She's built a following. She's built up that reputation and that demand. It's all about supply and demand at the end of the day. Like, she knew that the demand would be there for the product. So that also in a way gives her authority to charge a higher price point. Yeah, if that makes sense.
And also, seen the video, people are happy with the blazers. People love the jeans. I've seen so many videos of people trying them on. Like, they actually, like, every single video I've seen, I've not seen, obviously yet, anyone like chatting shit about the clothes. Like, people are so happy. Yeah, it will. Because people want the clothes. It's so true. But like, so far, I've got to say, like, despite all the controversy that's happening with the polyester and blah blah blah, like, fair play, the quality to me, looks good. And
Same.
everyone said after the pop-up, like I saw like loads of vloggers go and I saw people's content and they were all like, the quality's amazing.
Yeah.
And said that. So I don't know, like whether she did it on purpose, whether she didn't, she sold out in 24 minutes.
Also, she's going to learn from this. It's going
100%.
to evolve. It's going to improve. She's going to take on feedback. Like, it's her first draft.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of this, have you guys seen the theory that's come?
No. About what?
Guys, have you not seen the new Instagram that's been created?
No.
That follows 2 accounts, Molly May and Maybe. The
Baby.
at Baby Store UK, the date in the bio, the 1st of the 1st, 2025.
Can
Like
I
the
see?
2 people that follows is Maybe and Molly May, and it's Baby. So your prediction, Verity, about
A
her
baby brand.
doing a mother and baby thing is legit true. Like, look at that.
Yes.
And the logo is giving
The same
maybe.
energy. And you know who
How
this
did
was?
you find this?
This was Luella again, the detective.
Secret sleuth. Right?
Hang
I don't
on.
know.
Couldn't I just have made a thing called Baby, though?
No,
But
but then it
followed
wouldn't
2
be.
people who follows. Oh, but I
It wouldn't be
guess-
followed.
Yeah, but I could
Who's
follow-
it followed by? Because does Molly May follow it?
No, but
Damn, it could not be true then, my prediction.
Well, watch this space.
I think it is. If Luella says that's the case,
Yeah,
Luella does know everything.
like, guys, to me, I think it's true because there's another account that says Baby Store Official, and somebody's like tried to copy it.
It's the fact it's called like Baby Store UK that makes me think it's not it. Like Molly May has enough contacts at Meta that she could just get Baby.
Guys,
Do you know what I mean?
Am I
that's so
spreading
true.
fake news?
And also, I don't know about that logo.
Verity's not sold.
Well, to be fair, now I'm thinking about it, was it Luella or was it a different TikTok lady?
If it's not Luella, then we don't trust it.
Yeah,
I'll need
Luella
to,
would only be true information.
I will need to fact
Report
check
back.
that. Report back. But if,
We can report back in episode 13.
Okay.
oh my God, yeah. I really hope it's true because I'd like that.
Oh, I'd love that. I
For
don't have
all
a
of our
baby,
babies that we don't have.
But also, I was
Nieces
thinking
and nephews.
the first of the
Nibblings.
first nibblings.
That's the.
I thought you
nieces
said
and
nibblings.
nephews as a plural as nibblings.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a
What?
really
I thought
horrible
you were
word.
trying to say
Nibblings.
siblings, but you said it wrong.
Nibblings.
No,
I
nibblings.
could buy my sister something from Baby. Maybe.
Baby.
She is 8, but whatever.
So that is a wrap on what would have been the final episode of series 1, but we've decided to come back.
Woo!
Yay. I'm really happy about that because I'm not gonna lie, I do really enjoy these moments to just reflect on what's happened, like think about the week before. And also, I always feel like so much has always happened.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah. It almost feels like a little weekly team meeting.
I know what you mean, except there's 4 cameras pointing at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is like the team meeting, but with far less confidential
work.
information and less work and a
Yeah.
lot more information about pop culture.
More Sonias.
More Sonias. I'm just so excited as well that it's going to be until Christmas. I think it's going to be so cute. Like, can we wear Christmas jumpers near Christmas?
Oh my God, yeah, let's do a
please?
Christmas episode.
We're going to be cozy. And then it's just like finishing the year.
Guys,
I think it's
I just came up with an idea.
What?
Let's do a gift exchange.
Oh, like Secret Santa gift exchange.
Yeah, on the
Cute.
pod.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
That's a really good idea.
That's what the head of culture's here for, guys.
Yeah.
HOC.
God, it's just one job after the next
I know,
for
it
you.
really is.
So now that we're carrying on until Christmas, it's even more important than ever that you like, follow, subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure to follow us on socials at TBH Talent.
You can also find us on YouTube. Just search Lifting the Lid or at TBH Talent.
See ya!